don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true.
Father loses his mind after his secret is discovered. Apparently, he didn't want nobody else knowing. And when they did find it out, he kind of lost the grips on reality and took to the yard to do some pretty crazy stuff involving pew-pews. We're going to pick up at the onset of the aftermath, kinda, and then we'll get the full story to see exactly what was he getting so mad and upset about that could have possibly made him want to do what you're going to see him do. Let's find out. Oh. Well, this will be interesting.
Hey, let me see your hands! In the backyard.
When a man opens fire on his mother, her friend, and his teenage daughter, police arrive to a rescue situation that quickly spirals into a tense shootout. But no one could have imagined what drove him to pull the trigger in the first place, or the disturbing secret they were about to expose.
I don't know what the secret is, but I'm going to go on a limb that it has to do with two things, possibly. He touched kids inappropriately, or he done killed somebody and didn't want to tell nobody. Listen, they're already mentally off for doing what you do. So him responding like that's the only thing I could think to make it make sense. We'll see how close I am.
Supposedly he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got
okay. All right, good. All right.
Some situation going on.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the afternoon of January 17th, 2024, dispatchers in Tampa, Florida receive a desperate call to 911.
My son did shooting us at the house.
Your son did what?
He started going to shooting at us.
Where in the house was he?
I was in the kitchen with my friend. She had just walked in the kitchen, and he put the gun to her head. He shot at her first, and then started shooting me. And then I ran out because he shot at me like 5 times. And then I don't know if he shot my granddaughter. She was in the shower. Sir, he's got a muzzle loader.
Responding officers arrive to find the caller running from the neighbor's house, holding her bleeding head.
Hey, hold on, ma'am.
A second female, the shooter's 17-year-old daughter, flees from the backyard completely nude. Both women are urged to take cover behind the police vehicles.
Do you know how many rounds is in the gun?
No, I don't. It's a cylinder, so there should be 6.
Okay.
Have fire come to attend to these 2 females.
My friend on the floor.
Dang. If an individual okay, I'm gonna say this. I might be judgmental. I might be. I'm pretty sure, gonna be pretty sure about this one. There were signs. I'm pretty sure there were signs, and they didn't want to acknowledge the signs, because if they acknowledge the signs, then that would mean that it'd be bad if they acknowledge those signs. But I think they saw some things and they just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, the gunshot.
Can we have you guys go this way, please?
She's bleeding from her side.
Do we have somebody with a shield on the way?
Guys, go to my car, okay?
Everyone, I have one.
Simple. We have like I said, there's 2 females removed. There's supposed to be still another in the house.
Another officer arrives, quickly escorting the 2 women away from the scene. In seconds, the situation takes a chaotic turn.
Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! He's got a black jacket. He just ran back in the house. In the backyard. Stop.
Careful with crossfire.
More officers arrive, taking positions at the front and rear of the house.
I'm going to also make a secondary prediction that he's probably not going to make it out of this alive, which can I say this? I don't see why he should.
Which house is it? Which house? Get out of the way.
There, shots fired. He came out of the side window and the south side of the house.
Hey, get out of there. Where was this door right here? He came outside and shot 2 rounds.
Hit the back of the house. There's no eyes on the back of the house.
Back up a little bit.
Looks like Florida.
He's in the back. He's in the back.
You good, Gibby?
Yeah, I'll be good. I got you. It's this gray house with the panels, right? Get down. I don't see. We gotta get.
Can anyone verify was shots fired by a unit or the suspect?
Yes, 236. He shot 2 rounds at me and I shot back.
Suddenly, the suspect emerges, shouting at nearby officers.
Did a bunch of man.
Oh shit, someone in north of here.
He just opened the door.
So aside from the mental issues that they say he had, why was he not getting medical treatment for the mental, and why would you have him around? The whole situation seems a little bit like that could have been avoided. I'm sorry. Maybe I might be judgmental. It just feels like everything about the situation is screaming, "Mama, you let your baby grow up to be a cowboy." And it sounds like you might have facilitated a tad bit too much on the lenient side, and this is where things got to. Like, you didn't want to admit that your son might be a mental basket case. You might not want to admit that, and you thought you could do something to fix this. I don't think it just happens just out of the blue.
Come on with your hands up.
He just opened the front door and screamed and closed it again.
See your hands. Let me see your hands. Show your hands. Step out. Come out the door. Come out the door. Stand up and come out the door. Down on the ground now. Down on the ground. Down on the ground. Down on the ground.
He got off way too. I'm sorry, but again, he gave up. So I guess fair is fair, but that's just me again, my selfish side.
Hands. Bring him out. Give me a hand and drag him out.
My computer files are all important. My computer files are really important.
Now that I like that right there. That needs to carry all the way to the furthest car. Drag like that all the way to the furthest car. At minimum, man. Come on. Look, listen. At the least, say they just didn't want to have to. He wouldn't come. Just carry him that way. He going, right? Yeah, they might get sued for, abusing a prisoner while in cuffs and all that stuff. I get it. But the man done shot 2 people and probably even killed one.
Is he a shooter? Do we know? Stop. Do we know if he's a shooter? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's him. I'm not sure 100%. Hey, is this the guy? Were you alone shooting?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, who else is in the house?
I don't know. There was another person in there, a roommate.
Girl? Yeah. Come on. Yeah, help me out. Let's get him on. I'm disabled too. I'm sorry.
Ain't nobody give a damn about your disability, bro. You lucky you didn't become permanently disabled. Look, again, I don't care if you're disabled. Screw that. Forget your damn disability. That's no excuse for what you're doing. You're apparently coherent enough to tell everybody that you got a disability and you're concerned about your files. Probably some pedophilic crap that's on there too. I'm disabled. I'm like, man, shut up. Shut all the way the hell up, bro. Shut up.
Let's do this. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Anything on you? No. Be advised, there's a female in there. She's not the shooter. Stop.
The shooter is identified through his driver's license as 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks.
Any medical conditions, Mike?
I'm disabled. I have a bunch of medical conditions.
What are some of them? Just so.
My right leg's all messed up, and dementia, schizophrenia.
Okay.
French feet.
You believe him? I don't believe him.
He put
I like. Okay.
poisoning was something at the dentist.
Okay.
With Michael secured, officers prepare to clear the home of additional threats, as well as search for the possible third victim.
All right, hold. Tampa police. Are you in there? Can you hear us?
The room to the right looks like.
Tampa police. Are you in there? Can you hear us? Can you hear anything? Nothing. All right.
The bed to the right.
I got one victim on the ground in the kitchen.
They cautiously move in, and while some officers continue clearing the home, others consider a way to get the victim to safety.
Hey, should we carry her out? Can we carry her out? Yeah. I'm not feeling those. You want to just carry her out? Never mind. Yeah, I didn't see it.
52-year-old Josephine Fuentes, the roommate and best friend of Michael's mother, has a fatal gunshot wound to the head.
Damn. You know, the justice system is a messed up one. It really is, and I'm not talking anything to do with race here. The justice system is just messed up. And I don't know that the fact that he has all these mental conditions is going to bring justice to what he's actually done. Something tells me it won't.
On a table, officers locate what's described as a large revolver.
So it's a revolver. It's a revolving musket. So he loaded every single one of them with a blasting cap and black powder. It sounded like, so I heard his, it sounded like it was that long drawn out. Yeah. But then I heard ours coming, whipping past me. I hear, musket go off. And I'm like, you hear him zipping. That's when you gotta get skinny. Yeah.
Dude, they went right past my head, bro.
What did?
His muzzle.
Oh, really? Shooting at you?
No, he was shooting this way. And I was right there behind that car. Phew.
According to police records, no officers were injured in the shootout. Thankfully, Michael's mother and daughter were just as fortunate, with neither being severely injured.
She's they're going to the Tampa General Hospital. I'm gonna get in the car and hold her that way. Both of them are superficial.
Okay.
One shot grazed the head on the right side here. Okay. The mom, his daughter got shot right here, also grazed.
His daughter?
His daughter. So he shot his own daughter and his own mom.
Okay.
And then the friend Montez that's inside.
Okay.
That's
how old is daughter? Adult daughter or kid?
I got her date of birth 2006. So she may be.
Okay, yeah.
So
she's like 16.
Yeah, she's a kid.
17.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't get a full statement because of how fast everything was going.
Okay.
Supposedly he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got some situation going on with his own daughter. Yeah, that's what we're saying. So they were trying to get him to leave or get her to leave, and that's what initiated this.
Okay, so I'm right. I'm right in my feeling. They knew dude was messed up. They knew it. Why in the hell does mama have him in the home at all? Like, why? If he just listed off schizophrenia, bipolar, you go find a home, bro. Go. One, you can't even be a dad no matter what you do right now. You too mentally off to be any good to your. I'll send your kid to come visit you in the mental ward in your straitjacket. How about that? You hang out in your straitjacket, all medicated up, so nobody can come. You can't do nobody nothing. You go take care of you, but not in my house. And you got weapons. Anyhow.
get further when I get there.
But this barely scratches the surface, and grotesque text messages Michael sent to his daughter will soon expose the horrifying extent of his plans. Meanwhile, his criminal past comes to light.
Here we go.
This guy lost a lot of weight compared to his last. His RMS, he was a lot heavier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. History of mental illness, maybe?
No. Well, while driving over here, I'm pulling him up. He basically just had a career criminal history. I couldn't see what all the charges were.
According to a criminal affidavit, Michael is a career offender, having previously been convicted of both simple battery and aggravated battery of a pregnant female.
This is why when kids get a certain age, get them out the house.
How old is he?
He's born in 81, so 42.
Oh, he's not.
I live at home with my mama. Down. Get him out the house, Mom. Get him out. Why are you coddling a 42-year-old man? Something tell me he don't own that house. Something tell me that's Mama's house.
He's old.
Yeah, 42 years old.
What's older than me?
No business still living with Mom.
Okay. Promise you I didn't watch this before. I didn't. You're cold watching this with me. I'm just going to say it. Y'all can hate me if you want, and I'm okay with that. I blame Mama. I blame Mama. Trying to help too much. Let the system take care of it. You can't do nothing. Obviously, even if you wanted to, you couldn't do nothing. He's bigger than you. Male. Mental. You can't do nothing. Why do you have him around? Why? The logic is not logicking right now.
According to the affidavit, the discussion of his living situation is what ultimately triggered Michael in the first place. It came after his mother discovered his horrifying secret, his plans to pursue his own daughter romantically. In a series of text messages to the 17-year-old girl, he writes, "I've been trying to find a girl who will stay with me without me investing money in her. You have a special place in my heart that no one else can ever fill. I'm coming out in the open with my feelings for you because I don't want you to leave again. I'm willing to bow down to you and do anything to keep you here. If you want me, I'll get married to you. I hope to feel your love soon." After learning of Michael's plans for his daughter, his mother and her roommate Josephine began to discuss forcing Michael to move out. Michael admitted he overheard them, describing feeling betrayed and upset.
Mom, call the popo before you do anything. Call the popo. That's all you had to do. You find that text message. You don't try and just kick the dude out. You call the police, send them that message, and have them come collect Michael. Y'all find a way to go to the store. Go to the store, go to the mall, leave the house. We'll be back. We're going shopping. Go. Mama was not the most forward-thinking person, it seems like.
He then went to his room and carefully loaded his revolver before returning to the kitchen, where he shot and killed 52-year-old Josephine Fuentes before turning the gun on his mother and 17-year-old daughter. In January of 2024, 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks was charged with first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm enhancement, 2 counts of premeditated attempted murder in the first degree with a firearm enhancement, attempted premeditated first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Michael entered a plea of not guilty. The state's motion for pretrial detention was granted, meaning he will remain behind bars until his jury trial, which is set to begin in August of 2026. If you'd like to see select new videos or...
That's crazy work, bro. That is... See, look, okay, hear me out. Why was he free again in the first place? That's the biggest question is why you free? Like from what you describe as you did in a career, you shouldn't be free. Okay. You got mental problems. You should not be allowed to be in the general population at all. You're not belonging there. You ain't belonging there mentally. You have a history of violence. You should not be allowed around kids. And mama, listen, you found out the hard way But for y'all that might have the same issues, please stop trying to be the savior of these people. That's not, you're not capable of doing that. Save them in safety. Save them in safety. Find a way to get them sequestered away where they can be untouched by you and they can't touch you in return. Just leave them. Let somebody else bigger than you take care of that. You could have saved your roommate's life by not allowing him to stay there, but you did. That's crazy. Your own daughter. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this one. I can only hope that he doesn't dodge another long prison sentence because of mental illness after they bring all this stuff forward. Because I can see it. I can see him dodging. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he pays for his crimes and find some sort of justice. But let me know your thoughts on this one below. We'll look forward to hearing your comments on it.
One wrong move turn the present into the past. I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favorites, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true. If you foul, that show up too. No miss, no spin, no cover up hype. Everything judge in plain sight.